Well, fans, my name is Andrew. Off today with the land acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge that this is the traditional lands of the Ika.
Hi, everyone. Really excited to be here. Should be a couple great games today. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. We're starting a game today. We have Sturgeon in white from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And who else
And
do we have?
we've got Notre Dame from Montreal, and they're in dark.
Here to observe the thing. We just go for a minute, so we'll trust their official clock. We're a touch early in the start. Notre Dame, excuse me, Sturgeon will be pulling, I believe. My observer is misleading me. Notre Dame pulling. They are on the right-hand side of your screen, and you'll be watching this game. There is a slight breeze, not much, so this pull will be when there is a breeze going into the breeze as it picks up. So we'll see here in the next 30 seconds or so when we start how that affects the pull. We'll say we entertaining first round of games while we were setting up.
Yeah, sure.
We had, I believe, Bowmanville won their first game. So Sturgeon, who's in the game, lost their first game. So they're going to be out for a little bit of revenge. So we'll see how they come out, see if they're focused and sharp and ready to go. Notre Dame has also played in the first round, so both teams on equal footing as far as being tired, having a little bit of some kilometers on their legs. Crack of dawn this morning.
We'll see who comes out with it.
There we go. There's the horn. Observers backing out. We should be underway momentarily.
There we go. Great pull.
Just about to say the wind picked up, but
that
pull was
beautiful
still
pull.
Beautiful. It's surprising the talent level, even at this young age. These players.
It's incredible to see.
Sturgeon's working this near sideline. Last game, they also started to stay on the sideline, so let's see if they can get it back to the middle of the field and open up some more options for themselves.
Starting with a nice vert stack, sending it deep. Intercepted on D. Sent deep.
Both teams not afraid to go for the deep look here.
Yeah, definitely putting it already.
Louis Pierre from Notre Dame with that big D down at the middle of the deep, kind of present with the deep throws.
Yeah, and it looks like he's the captain as well, so big plays. High stall count. Nice effort, but
Sturgeon not afraid.
Strikes
right off the hop. Almost had that grab. That was
very, very close. Starting on the sideline. Nice reset. Just dropped.
We'll say we can even see the difference in philosophy of both teams. You can see that Notre Dame was looking to center that disc. They made the right play. Unfortunately, it was a drop, but they made the right play. Sturgeon looks like they're taking the open throws to this sideline and then going deep and looking for the deeper plays.
Yeah.
Just walking it up to the front of the end zone. Yeah, these youngsters are so big now. The view is somewhat blocked as it gets into the end zone. So
a nice cut. Just miscued there.
So turnover in the middle of the field. Sturgeon picking up the disc.
Nice reset and cut. Looking for someone.
17, that's Cassius McLaren. Told he's been a part of the TC development stream out Manitoba way.
Very nice.
Team Manitoba, so clearly a good talent. Can probably expect a lot of disc touches and a lot of the play to go through number 17.
Nice grab in the end zone there by number 17 as well.
I was going to say right on cue, he started it with the throw, slash up the line.
Definitely.
1-0 for Sturgeon out of Manitoba.
Yeah, 1-0.
So 1-0 for White for Sturgeon. And I will say they did have a rough first game. They actually did not score. They were playing a very strong team in this tournament, so I'm sure they're quite happy to get off the start in this game. Put one on the board early.
Exactly. Their first point of the day is always a fun one. So high energy from them.
I will say, while we're lining up the field here, I was overhearing the coach for Sturgeon last game, and yes, they were sort of up against it on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But the coach was really giving the kids good instruction, patient, instructive. I want to just give a shout out to the coaches, especially at this level, for maintaining, patience and decorum and really getting these kids guided in the right direction. It shows. Score the first point in the next game, right?
Exactly. Big comeback for them.
Another nice pull as well.
Beautiful pull. Picked up on the sideline there. Quick reset. Nice cut up line. Looking deep. Seeing someone can get there.
Excellent throw downfield.
Exactly.
Nice
level. Effort there.
Beautiful form. Beautiful throw. Just out of the reach.
Yeah.
Sturgeon jogging that up to the line. They're intent on getting this back in play.
Yeah.
Speed up the pace of the game.
Nice reset. Looking for someone. Just outside of the end zone. Looking for reset, but strong defense there. Nice grab.
Excellent grab. Working the sideline again. Couple high grabs, but well done. So we are at 1-1 now. I want to say that was good patience, number 22. It's David Villette. Pardon my pronunciation. I'm sorry, David, if I didn't get that perfectly. But he didn't panic in the field. He was at a high stall count and still completed the pass and led to the goal. So
definitely
well done.
Good end zone work there.
Nice to see again at this young age, staying patient. Looking for the proper play, even at a stall 8.
Yeah, the future's bright for Ultimate in Canada.
So this is nice. Our first game of the day. We're trading points. I think we're going to be in for a nice, close, competitive, equally matched game. So at least the viewers are going to get some entertainment out of this one. It's also nice these teams, they travel all this way to play in the tournament. So it's nice to see we have a Manitoba team versus a Quebec team, Winnipeg, Montreal.
Yeah.
Teams that wouldn't have played each other. They don't see each other through the regular season and high school season. So
it's great to see.
Athletes are excited to play new people, see new faces.
And traveling for a tournament for Ultimate is also always super fun and creating bonds with your team and other teams. Picked up by 17. Looking deep. Nice grab. Way to be there by 17.
That's Bustos with the disc. It's good. Again, good patience. Looking around. Going for the end zone.
Nice toss in the end zone.
And complete. Is that in at the back? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The observer shows hands. Thought I saw the observer's hands go up. Oh, no, it was a single hand to signify the time with the turnover.
Out, yeah.
Yeah. The again, tall kids on the bench. Stand on a box here. Look at the
movement.
Quick disc movement.
Once needs a reset.
Mark off balance.
Oh, injury.
You can cross in front of us. We want you to support your teammates. Hopefully we're off right after that bump on the field.
Yes. Looking like they're okay.
This is good. The observers can talk because there was a continuation, but often at this level, a lot of the players will be unclear on some of those rules that aren't
For sure.
often called in games.
Yeah, it's great to have observers and get that experience. Having observers on the field, especially if you want to continue playing ultimate at a higher level.
We'll give a shout out to Ben and Justin, observers. You can see Ben explaining, making sure players know exactly why the call was made and what happens. So well done. Worth the extra 20 seconds at this level. You learn some rules too. Really nice job on the observers.
For sure.
So the disc has stayed with blue. This is good with the.
Nice attempt there to keep it alive.
I was about to say it's really nice. They move the disc again. They're not rushing it. You can
patience.
Swing the disc. Not afraid to wait, swing, find the appropriate opportunities.
Against on the sideline. Nice cut, just one short.
Some float on that throw. See later on in the game if Clark cleans that up. I know
a pick called.
I know he'll clean that up on the next throw.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a nice matchup in the middle of the field. You can see 17 from Sturgeon, who's clearly their go-to player, but a nice size matchup. Looks like some athleticism in the middle of the field.
Oh, just out of reach there.
It was Haley Johnson from Sturgis with a nice mark. Johnston, sorry, I left a T out of there, but nice mark. Maybe put a little pressure on that throw, and it goes wayward.
Yeah. 17 picking up again, looking for someone.
Got deep. Saying Clark made the upline cut, and he slowed a little to look back to see if the disc was coming in. It was. So that extra stride or two, he may have gotten to that one. Got a sack in the middle of the field.
Yeah, sending it deep. What a great put. Let's see. Just a little bit too much juice there on that one.
Nelly Verland, the handler, may have misjudged by one step, but that was a nice strike. She had separation.
And we've seen that from her all game so far.
Yeah, I feel like she could be a key weapon for them as they continue on with their offense.
Yeah.
I know called. So we have a timeout here. It's been a few turnovers. The teams have been going back and forth. So just player rest more than anything. Coaches may want to say something about certain throws, but really the wind has picked up a bit. We've seen throws floating in both directions.
Exactly. It's a great call to have a timeout, let the players breathe, think about what they want to do next, and see who can get the next point.
I feel like at this age, they shouldn't be tired. They should have endless energy.
That's what we think.
It has been a longer point.
Yes, for sure. And it looks like they need it just to get themselves back together and see what they want to call next.
So, Mika, when you play, are you an offensive specialist or defensive specialist? What do you like?
I think I'm more offensive, but I definitely want to be more defensive. So, a little bit of both, but.
So, when you're watching this game, do you prefer the Sturgeon sort of deep offensive sets, or do you like the resets and patient offense?
I love the patience. Yeah. I think that's a winning play for sure. Just being patient with the disc and keeping hold of it and working it up the field is definitely something I like. Deeps are great, obviously, and great plays, but yeah.
And I will say, even just in the short bit we've been watching this, blue has been involving a few more players because they are swinging and taking advantage of whoever's open. Whereas Sturgeon looks like they're maybe reliant on a few more key players at this point so far. Not to say they stay like that. But.
Exactly. They're being patient with the disc. They're being fast as well with those cuts. As you can see, a reset and a quick cut.
I like that Blue is trusting their players. We just watched a little interplay here with one of the players that had made a drop on the sideline earlier, but no worries from teammates. Right there, we trust you. Get out.
Exactly.
Some good defense from Nelly in the middle of the field again. She really is
putting
her stamp on this game.
Exactly. Yeah, looking for the reset up the line there. Flew a little bit too high. Oh, big D there. Reading the disc very well. Sending it
beautiful D, taking the inside angle, full reach. It's a couple of nice Ds both ways.
Yeah, definitely. Nice cut, super open for that disc.
And no impatience, no feeling of being rushed. The handler's like calmly looking around, another wide open cut.
Yeah, they're taking their time and really seeing who's open.
Oh, I think we have an injury.
Possibly there. That 33 coming off there. 21 coming on. Heard.
33, Michael Clark. He's been highly involved in the game so far. So that may be a tough loss for Sturgeon here for a point or two while he gets tended to. Hopefully he's back shortly.
Yeah.
Let's see how they adjust.
Yeah, so Sturgeon with the disc now. Again, 17 has it. Looking for that reset. Able to find it.
Yeah. Go.
Straight away.
McLaren's everywhere, number 17.
Number 24 from is really there. Comes to him.
Earl's pitching, basically reading. He's stationary, waiting to make that D. Right, he knows where to be. That's actually a more difficult skill than people realize, to be able to read a step ahead of the offense.
And playing defensively now, really active. With the disc and getting there has been important.
If you even look at his head, he's shoulder checking well. He's marking.
Yeah,
that's a well taught defensive player.
Yeah, I agree.
Big throw across field, just out of the reach. Receiver tried to toe it at the corner.
That was number 17 again.
Yeah, McLaren.
Yep.
Can't reach it given the fact that he looks like he's probably 6'1" or 2. If he can't reach it.
It was a tough play to get.
I do like the bladey throw, though, because that is the quickest way to get it to your receiver, right? The disc has a bit of blade on it, cut through the air.
Some nice cuts here. Pushing it up the sideline. We're looking for a reset now.
Excellent communication. The eyes to look at the reset and trigger that reset to move. Well done.
Beautiful throw as well. 44 has it now.
Got a lefty, 44 for Blue, so that might cause a little trouble later on.
Nice cut, grab, and a goal in the end zone.
There we go. Now I see two hands on the observer. That one's a goal.
Yeah.
Couldn't see who caught it. A little far from my old eyes, but definitely a goal for Notre Dame.
And a very nice one as well, moving it up the sideline, able to get in the end zone.
I'm sure all players on the field are thankful for that goal, even the surgeons. They probably want to rest after a long point.
It was a very long point.
I believe that's 2-1.
It is 2-1 for Notre Dame.
You can see, we can see number 88 coming off for Notre Dame. Nelly Verlon. She was running a lot on offense and defense at that point. You can see she's wiping sweat from her brow. She's tired coming off the field, but very well earned.
For sure. And if I'm not wrong, I think it was number 10 that caught it in the end zone. So
10.
Props to her for being there. McCarthy. I think that's who caught it.
I'm glad you had your glasses on. You can see all the way down to the
Who was
zone.
there? Yeah, she was way open and way to be there and making the play.
I will say, Blue worked it up. We saw they were on the sideline. You actually saw the handler turn their body and make eye contact to activate the reset to the middle of the field, and then it was just straight up the field. Good fundamental play.
It was a great grab by 24 to get that goal as well.
Number is that 55, I believe that is, with the disc. Nice quick give and go, and right back. Looking to really work the field.
Nice upline grab there. Oh,
maybe
just
out of play.
Just out.
Let's see, it's number 5 picking up the disc again. Clearly wants the fast play, but it's give and goes. He's got some speed to burn. So
looking deep for sure, but needs that reset. Close up, but caught by 29.
With good communication from both of the Sturgeon players. One to lay off, one to go up, get it. So static backfield for Sturgeon. There we go, a little bit.
Yeah.
They're waiting until stall 4 or 5 to activate their handlers.
A nice cut and grab there. I think that's number 8. Oh, beautiful put. Let's see. Yeah.
Arms up.
Yes.
Clearly happy to make that grab.
They've tied it up now, so it's 2-2. Observers have called it in, so
yeah,
that's a goal.
Sturgeon on that one. I notice, as I said, they're activating their handlers a bit late, like stall 3 and 4 before the 2 handlers of the disc are moving. But once they get going, they had a really fast line. They were outpacing the defense just at speed.
For sure. And they're super open, so good opportunity to get it in the end zone.
So I'll throw out a question to you because you said you wanted to be more defensive. So we just said Sturgeon was basically using speed. How would you counteract that if you're Notre Dame, you can't keep up with speed, you're going to lose that battle? What are you looking to do maybe defensively to slow that down next time they're out?
Yeah, I mean, I think calling switches when you're not able to get there is super important. Not sure if that's something they've talked about before, but just someone else picking up that player instead, and maybe poaching even a little bit in the end zone if you know you're that close.
Advocating poaching.
Yes. It works. So, but yeah, it's hard. Defense is always going to be hard, but just being there and being that one step ahead, and maybe even talking at halftime and talking about that being that a foot ahead.
And you raise a great point. The communication on the switches, being loud and vocal and communicating. That's the one thing I will say. We don't hear on TV. You won't hear it, but we don't even hear from ears. The players aren't really talking to each other a whole lot, so that level of communication will really help.
Yeah, definitely. And that pull was out of bounds, so they're going to the middle for that.
Yeah, a little confused on whether they could go to center, which they can. Great observer, give them another tip to help
there.
out.
Yeah. Oh, sending it deep for 88. Can she get it? Oh, wow. That was beautiful. 88.
And Nellie Verlon, you can see she's also significantly taller than her check. So throwing deep to her, she has a step of separation and probably about 6 to 8 inches of height.
Exactly. And they've been trying to do that all game, and it's finally they're finally able to do it. So
I had asked you just a minute ago about defensively counteracting speed. I mean, now it looks like Blue is basically going to try and play the tall game to a mismatch.
Yeah.
You know, what's Sturgeon going to look at for that?
Yeah.
It's going to be another one. See if you can maybe have a height mismatch and try and match up.
Yeah.
Try and match up with
her. Yeah. When you're just picking the right people that you're marking is definitely important coming on a point.
Yeah, they may also want to talk about a weak side person drifting just to watch those deep strikes and be a help defender just in case.
Yeah.
That'd be a little tougher because Blue is swinging the disc left to right. The weak side changes in a real hurry, but that's another option.
Exactly. Just being there, putting someone deep for those deep throws. But now we've got Notre Dame pulling.
I believe that's 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
3-2.
And that was a quick point in comparison to the last.
So a shorter pull on that one. The wind just picked up as that pull happened.
Yeah.
And the wind is blowing from the near sideline on your screen toward the far sideline in the hill in the background.
Sending it deep. Oh.
Thought he had that.
Yeah. A slight drop, maybe the pressure.
Good challenge on the defender.
For sure.
I wonder now if teams might try a zone here and there as the wind now becomes cross field and it feels like it's going to stay perhaps a little windy now.
That would definitely be something they could do. I'm just looking at all these matchups and they're all pretty even. So
they are.
What a great points.
Heading to the end zone.
Wow, what a grab.
It is in.
It's a
Did
goal.
make it into the end zone.
Again, that was number 10, McCarthy. That's her second point of the game.
So that's
she's there.
Maybe it's a race to MVP for number 10 and number 88 to see who can score the most goals for Notre Dame.
She's there.
So you hear the Sturgeon. Hear the Sturgeon coach putting the same line back out. Yep, we have to get them out there quick and have a little chat. So perhaps working on one or two finer points and let them try again, right?
Yeah, that it was quite a good matchup between everyone there. Like same height, athleticism was really great.
Oh, we'll see what the coach has to say to them. See if that pointer changes sides here.
Yeah, for sure.
They are going to get the disc.
It also looks like Notre Dame is putting on some same people as well. A nice pull, yeah.
Low driven pull. Sturgeon working the middle of the field.
Yeah.
It's good. Well, as I say that, they're coming over to the sideline again.
Yeah, sideline.
Hopefully they can get it back to the middle. Hand block.
That was a hand block on that one. Number 1.
Pablo Brazo.
Way to be there.
Erzo, I believe, if I was to pronounce that correctly, but nice hand block. Either way, every language translates to a good hand block.
The turn again. So looks like 17's going to pick up. It's on the sidelines, probably looking for a reset or upline cut.
Claire, and he's so tall as he leans and stretches, he can go over the shoulder of the mark. It's almost unfair. Maybe you and I someday will know what it's like to be greater than 5'6" or something like that.
Hope so.
Jeez. I can't imagine what it's like to be 6'2" and mobile like some of these kids, you know.
It's definitely a good thing.
It was a good job from 22. He truncated his cut, so he didn't get in the way of the receiver.
Another beautiful grab. Oh, nice. Just out of the hands.
Oh,
another quick turn there. You're looking to move fast up the field.
Both of those cuts were open in the right cut. Just couldn't finish the catch.
Again, 88 in the end zone there. It's a goal.
Nelly Verlon. I might as well put that on recording.
Yes.
88, Nelly Verlon with the goal.
She's in the end zone, and she's always there and open. So.
And it sure looks like she makes smart cuts. She's tall. I don't know that there's a negative so far seen in this game about her game so far.
And the handlers being able to realize that she's open in the end zone and putting it for her, and knowing that she's able to grab it and come down with it.
And to the point that Sturgeon has just called the timeout again. They had put the same line out to try and tweak and adjust after giving up a goal previously. Unfortunately, gave up another goal, so they've called a timeout to discuss it further.
They just need some patience, some time, and just give their players a minute to collect themselves. And
yeah, I will say, like, they did have a couple turnovers, but they were open, good cuts in the middle. The hands let them down, unfortunately. It wasn't poor play.
No.
So
yeah, they're cutting well, moving it up. Just a couple mistakes and a couple turns.
You know, the old adage: look it all the way into your catch before you turn to start making that next move.
Yeah,
I think they do want a fast play, to your point.
Yes,
and they're just getting a bit ahead of themselves.
For sure. Yeah, if they can get some patience on the field, I think they'll be able to get a couple more points.
And the coach for Blue, Francois Levine, just want to say, like we talked about their style and their painting and involving everybody, and we keep saying kind of 88 kind of catch the goals and they're getting the notoriety, but everybody's touching it. They're playing a full game. So Francois, good job coaching. You're teaching good fundamental to these kids.
For sure. And like you said, everyone is touching it and just great teamwork, and they obviously have practiced a lot, it seems like. So that's very very well visualized on the field.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just starting to pull away now, so we'll see if Sturgeon can stem the tide. But this good fundamental play and everybody involved, it's hard to defend because you can key on one player or two players. So
for sure.
We'll see if they can keep that on a roll for Blue's side. Sturgeon just took some time to speak. We'll see if they can, stop the bleeding, even though it's only a couple of points. But
exactly. And
making a switch. The gender ratio was off on the.
They're good now. And
on the personnel.
Exactly. Put a point. A fun fact about the Notre Dame team: it's a father-son duo, I believe. So
Antoine is, son also co-coaching.
Yes,
so that's pretty special if you can coach with your father or your son.
Yeah. So maybe that family connection.
So Sturgeon using the middle of the field again.
Yes. Nice grab. Again, wanting to look deep, but need to be patient with those.
Okay, that's number 5 again. You can see him accelerating away from his check after he has the give and go.
Yeah.
Excellent defense.
Yeah, 44. Toes. Nice block there. 44 again for that cut.
Yeah, maybe he's going to look for some double happiness here. See if he can maybe give and go to the end zone for the goal. Is he going? He's going. It's all right. They had another open option in the end zone.
Yes.
And that is a goal.
Yeah.
Didn't see the number.
I believe it was 24 again. Pitching. He's
also been putting an impact on the game pretty fast.
Yeah. Great defensive player.
Seemed to have some speed to burn.
Yeah.
It was an excellent run through defense. I think that was 44. You said that.
Yes, 44 got that D, and then coming under for that cut was tough for them, and getting into the end zone.
You can see, I don't know if the camera's facing that way, but we can see head observer Linda Kudo with her bright pink jersey, just out giving a little instruction to the observer crew. I will say there are a couple of new rules this year. There's been some tweaks on timing between points, between the pull to try and get the game a little faster. I believe it was 10 seconds change between points. So maybe just a little reminder on that, because observers are also learning new rules this year.
Yes.
So let's not forget that. This is
some patience with our observers.
I had the luxury of seeing the observers in the hotel last night. So we were doing a little quiz and trying to brush up on the new rules. As you can see, I'm still not confident. I said maybe 10 seconds shorter. I'm not definitively saying 10 seconds shorter. So clearly I could have done better on the quiz.
All good. We're learning here.
But you think about how thick the rule book is, and these guys need to know everything about it. So when something changes, it's probably good to have a little reminder.
It was a beautiful pull. Sturgeon being patient, but
they're sending a strike.
He needs someone.
17 was striking from the handler position.
And that was a grab.
Didn't quite cross the line, so
but he got it in.
Walked it back out, tapped it, and scores right away. Or assists, I guess, technically for him.
That's super impressive, though, being in the handler position and striking deep and then getting that assist.
Going back to your communication point, as he took off, I could see that his mark was a step or two behind, not expecting a handler strike.
Yeah.
But there was no communication to yell help for someone deeper downfield. That could have been avoided on defensive side.
Definitely, yeah. And dropping and just picking up a man when you're that close to the end zone. I saw 3 light players rushing into the end zone, so someone had to be there. Just dropping.
Having said that, it was a good job from Sturgeon.
Yeah.
Clearly, 17 looks like their guy they're targeting and getting a lot of touches. Let's do something different with him.
Yes.
Instead of handling, let's have him swing with this. They're going to think that he's going to handle, and boom, downfield.
Yeah, that was a smart play by them, and he's there, so may as well.
They needed to go. The momentum was going toward Notre Dame for the last little bit, 5-10 minutes of play. So 6-3 score now. So with a little bit of work to do.
But getting that point was definitely necessary for them to be in it. And we've seen huge comebacks in games before, so
that pull was a little low, trying to cut through the wind. Still ended up being okay. Good slide,
it sailed a little bit. Notre Dame again being really patient with the disc and working it up.
There's some communication with offense, calling for that return
nice
feed.
Upline. Oh,
you know what? I like the play. The throw was a little low and losery, but the player was open. It was a great cut.
Had it been a little bit
again, that'll be a recalibration.
Yeah, exactly.
Next time, I'm sure.
Great look regardless. And again, number 24 was there, ready for the disc, had it come to him.
You know something? As we're looking, hold on, I'll hold that thought. There's a turn right at the front of the end zone.
Let's see how they can use this. Looks like they're doing an ISO play.
Nice patient reset if you have to. Excellent. Good job not to force that. Good defense on that slash cut. 22
and
right at the front of the end zone on the sideline. This now starts to get to be a dicey position.
Yeah, and that was a goal.
Clearly not dicey enough. Good confidence in their abilities.
Yes. And they called a bit of an ISO. I saw a lot of their players outside the end zone, giving the rest of the players space to cut in the end zone, which was a great call, and to see that they have that play in mind.
And it was nice they didn't force it. The first flash cut that came across, Sturgeon defended well, but it wasn't forced. They wait for the next cut and goal. So, good patience from young players. It's really a testament to coaching. I think that they've been drilled with these fundamentals.
Yes.
You don't need to force it. There's always going to be another opportunity.
And like you're saying, to learn that stuff so early on is super impactful for their Frisbee careers. It will stick with them forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think back, I'm significantly older than you are, but back when I started, it wasn't a sport in high school. So you learned usually in university, but sometimes you don't learn until you were in late 20s or pushing 30, and then all of a sudden you discover a league.
Yeah.
So these kids, they have such an opportunity to learn grade 9, grade 8 even, probably in middle schools, and be relatively polished players at a high school level.
Exactly. It's super great to see them learning so young, such great plays. I don't even think I learned in high school when I was in high school, only a couple of years ago. More so I learned in university, like ISO plays. So to be this young and learning, imagine how great they're going to be when they go off to university or even play elite club juniors this summer.
I tell you when I was in high school, but you probably weren't even born yet. So we have halftime here. We're going to take a 1-minute pause, and we will rejoin you at the start of the second half.
Okay. We're back after halftime now. Both teams taking a much needed break, collecting themselves, getting some water. It's hot out here now. It's sunny. We don't see that often at this time of the year, especially with frisbee tryout season. It's always super windy, rainy. We're never this lucky, but really nice weather for them. We have sturgeon pulling first.
Now you know what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow. You just put the jinx on us.
I think
It is true, and especially at this location here at Downsview Park, it's
yes.
notoriously windy, which again it just picked up. But we have sun, what of a wind probably, and take sun.
Yes. I think it's already going to be raining tomorrow if I had to look at the weather, but yeah, Downsview is, like you said, notorious for windy. It's just the location.
So Notre Dame picks up the disc. Pull went right to center field, exactly on the 50 line, and they're going for the quick strike. And you'll never guess who it was.
I didn't even see, but I'm assuming it was 88, and it was.
It sure was. Berlin again hit play on that recording.
That must be her third point now for the team this game, which is incredible.
We were talking about Coach Francois earlier. I think his playbook might be just one play deep for the second half of this game. It seems to work every time. So, like, let's just use page one, keep repeating it.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Probably nice, as you were saying, the sun is coming out. It's getting a bit warmer, so having a quick point just a little easier on the body. They are going to have another game today. So they can get a few points. It's probably good for them, at least of a more energy.
Exactly. So we got Notre Dame pulling again.
So Sturgeon's pull landed at the 50, and it was a pretty decent pull. Like you could tell the wind affected. So let's see how this one goes.
Yes.
Same direction. Oh, little false start, which is actually a call now. I should not call it a false start.
That was a beautiful pull. Just out, though.
Great distance.
Yes. They'll be able to bring it to the middle and start there. Let's see if they can stay in the middle or if they'll go to the sideline again.
So I was using false start as sort of funny to say this didn't start all at the same time on the pull. That actually is a call now. So I think we're going to have to change our line. The observers will probably correct us.
Yes. Looking deep, but coming short into the hands of a dark player.
Or that matchup in the middle of the field here. 17
Yes.
from Sturgeon on defense, 14 on offense. Here looks like it'd be a
24 had it, just slipped out of the hands, causing a turnover there. Sturgeon has it in the middle of the field. Let's see what they'll do with it.
Worky with the disc. 99.
He needed someone. That was probably a high stall count there, and 17 was there again for him. So 17 is all over the field. He just had it, and then again.
I feel like we should name him Sound. He's everywhere.
He is. He's staying back here, handling, it seems like, for this point. I haven't seen him on
I wonder if he's going to run out of energy at some point in this game. He's second or third disc.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. $33 has it. 17 again. I'm not sure if there's an injury. Oh, that looks like 17.
Yeah,
He's injured. Maybe coming off.
The throw went up.
Yeah.
Well, don't like to see that. I mean, it's one thing I say if you don't want to see him injured going off the field.
He's coming off. Yeah, 21 coming on. Heard. Hopefully nothing serious. He's just needs a point off and able to come back strong. But I think it's something to do with the knee, which isn't the best.
Doing some stretching. Quad is tightening up on him.
Yeah.
Either way, not major, hopefully, just a little hydration stretch.
Yes.
Meanwhile, on the field, we have the observers are again explaining. I think there was a continuation on that.
Yeah, and it was a drop in the end zone, so
So he did take the knee and make the injury
prior.
signal prior to the throw
Yeah.
going up, so it should revert back to it looks like the just of the hand throw. Quiz, but I believe as soon as an injury is called, it's an automatic dead disc at the time.
Yeah. I think that should be right.
So, all my observer friends listening.
So 33 with the disc reset.
Another player down. Number 7's down.
Oh,
Looks
another
like he
one.
rolled his ankle on his cut. Yeah, nothing major, but might be another half game or a point or two out.
This one
Maybe,
looks
maybe
not looking too great for them.
See, he wears the shorter cleats, and he tried to put in the ground to make them pivot and turn on his cut, and
That's
it just rolled over.
It's always hard, and this is turf, so cleats can sometimes get stuck. But hopefully nothing too serious. We see the coaches have gone on the field.
Help
Yeah, I
even
need
being
some.
picked up. Maybe seems a little. I saw in front of me.
Hopefully nothing too serious. It's always the ankles too.
I believe that's Matthew Howie, number 7. Oh, I learned a good tidbit about him. This is his second game ever.
Wow.
This morning was his first game ever. He got asked to come out and play, and he did. So
that's amazing.
With and any luck, we'll see him all weekend, and next year he'll be back.
And like we were saying, Ultimates, like you got to know people, and you're already playing. Your friends play, you'll probably end up playing too. So, especially in high school.
So there was a turnover, but it was a really nice step out and break look. It just was a low throw, skip to the receiver, but I like what you're doing. That was really nice break throw, like looking for the break. Excellent cut.
We see the coach kind of pointing out who's open on the field for them there.
That was Amaya Lee. He was shouting to make the cut, and she did. It was a beautiful open cut.
Yeah.
Nice bid, just out of the reach, but making every effort.
Yeah. Very nice bid, especially on turf. That's gotta hurt. So
Jeremy.
Good effort.
Again, that's a testament. They may be down a handful of points, but they're not giving up. They're still getting the turf burn, going for that goal.
For sure. Nice cut, and again, number 10. In there. Slight miscue though.
Number 8, Lee Boyd. I don't know if that was for her, but she was cutting through that lane at the right time where it could have had it.
Yeah.
I think it surprised her. Excellent defensive play in the end zone. Nice challenge. 24 again, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Number 5, Sweetie brings that line. Calls timeout.
Good call. Again, the players just need a rest. They had 2 injuries on the same line and no points scored so far.
It is getting warm here. I'm starting to break a sweat, even just wearing a sort of black coat out here. It's changed in a hurry the last 20 minutes or so. It's hot.
It is.
And we're still fairly early in the day. We're just past 11. So 2 o'clock games, they're going to be warm.
They will be. Yeah, it's only 11, just past 11 here, so just getting the day started.
So we're back in the GTA again this year. Last year was Ajax on the east side of the GTA. So back here, Downsview and north side of Toronto, almost, I guess, North York, if you want to call the borough out, but good location. So hopefully easy travel for the team, airport, big city, and what have you. So.
Yeah, I mean, traveling to Toronto for a tournament sounds awesome, and I'm sure they're all enjoying it. Again, like we said, good team bonding, being in the same hotel, Airbnb, being together is always very nice.
Yeah, and I hope for some of the teams that are from smaller cities, they maybe stay an extra day and do some tourist things,
Yes.
maybe see Niagara Falls, or go up to CN Tower here. But it's a good opportunity for some communities.
Yeah, sure.
Disc is back in. Look at the defensive set here. You said you wanted to be more defensive.
Yeah. So they did throw a zone on them.
So they're pushing with the zone. They're pushing to the wind sideline. You have to throw into the wind to get off of the sideline.
Yeah.
And you can see that throw as they tried to go downfield. They got caught up in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, great throw zone. It's a bit windier, and as you said earlier down the line, a zone probably would be a good idea. So, good call by their coaches.
And if nothing else, even if you do it for 1 point, it's a change. Hey,
Yeah.
clearly the offense of Montreal has been pretty good in the second half. Something to change their visual on the field.
Yeah. Oh, there's that deep throw that he wanted all game.
Beautiful throw, driven, low.
And that was a goal.
And
for
yes,
Sturgeon.
it is a goal.
Yeah.
I believe that's 17, perhaps. So many people on the bench between us, not 17.
21, I think.
21.
I think. That's who came on for the point after the injury was called. So way to be there. And that long shot, he wanted the game and he finally got it. So I'm sure that's really fun for him.
The deep shot downfield for the deep strike, it wasn't the goal, but nice low
Yeah.
throw, driven. It was just above shoulder height, so the player could still grab it without.
Exactly.
You could hear the coach yelling, "Hit the player! Hit the player!" So good execution.
Yeah, he wanted that. He got it. So and able to make that play have second assist as well. Just working it up the field.
Often not enough credit goes to that second assist.
Yeah.
Game. They have such a beautiful play, but they don't get on the stat sheet for it.
Yeah. I agree. I sometimes have to explain that stat to people who don't watch or don't play because I think it's definitely a key stat. A nice pull. Almost all the way down the field.
Much better from their second half opening pull.
Yeah.
Going again in this direction.
Yeah, the wind's coming up.
So if you look, they're still pushing.
Yeah.
They're pushing to the opposite sideline as before. So they're not playing the wind. They're playing a forehand throw out of the handler. Right.
In the zone looking to slow them down, but Notre Dame working it up the field regardless with those short, quick passes.
We have 88 playing short now through the cup. She does a bit of everything.
Surprised that she's not deep for the zone, but they're able to work it up the field. I mean, they're on the other side, and now they're closer to us. He wants that hammer. What a beautiful! Wow.
Hammer over the zone on a windy point, and it was textbook. Receiver, great job tracking that in. Like that was textbook.
That was caught by number 12 in the end zone, Bernier.
Just amazing the trust in your hammers on a windy day. Like clearly, zone was broken out for a reason.
And again, them being able to move through the zone at such a young age and understanding and knowing how to do that is excellent. Obviously, they have some great coaching, and they must be practicing a lot, is what I have to say.
I didn't catch the number through that, but I feel like in another 10 years, it's going to be CUC senior and someone else who's not afraid to like break the hammer out again.
Yeah.
Clearly confidence in their abilities with good reason based on the results.
Yeah, the future's bright. Like I said, got some great players up and coming, even in the juniors this year. I'm sure a lot of them are trying out, wanting to play on touring teams. So it's really great.
We'll just say, I'm looking at the field behind us, and I see zone being played over there. So teams catching on the wind, I think, is here to stay. So zone is becoming prevalent across multiple fields. This one.
Yeah. Looks like 17 is back. Breaking deep. They want him deep.
Hitting 13.
Yeah.
high on the throw, but so much separation on the catch.
Yeah. I see 17 back in Handler's face. So he is all over the field again. Let's see what he'll do this point. There he goes for the reset.
Little off wind, you can see he had that.
Slight mistake there, just dropping it, causing a turnover. Scott number 10 with the disc. Just a bit of a throwaway there. But number 10 has been a great player offensively, getting a couple points for the team in the end zone. So Sturgeon with the disc now. She needed that reset, probably high stall count. They want it deep, but beautiful cut, just slightly out the hands. Recovered by 44. Toes.
Yeah, that was Megan Bustos cutting over the middle for Sturgeon. She made a nice cut.
Yeah. It was deep. Again, number 10 being there in that space.
Give a little credit to the defender at full tilt, not allowing through restraint to peel
Yes.
off on that.
Oh, and a little drop in the end zone, so it'll be a turnover.
So Sturgeon's going to be starting on the cone with the wind blowing. To start with the disc,
Yes.
So we'll see what they can do and make something out of nothing here.
They need that reset.
I think that was Haley Reeve. She's been making a lot of cuts. She's been getting a lot of the disc the last few minutes.
Yeah, and the wind sailing a little bit with that disc, but he still came down with it. So, and
Big
a great
effort.
bid. 21, been definitely a key player for their team.
Jeremy Hurd plays for Manitou, so he's clearly putting that effort in even at club level.
Again, seconds. The wind is just picking it up, so got to run onto it for sure.
Yeah, good recovery on that one. Good mark too. Look, low hands. If they are going to throw high into the wind, it's going to sail. So also good technique on that mark.
Yeah, for sure. I see Sturgeon Hurd poaching a little bit. What we were talking about, trying to stop that upline.
So you're taking credit, is what you're saying for the defense.
They might have heard me on the sideline, so.
Halftime, you went over and gave them the pep talk on how to poach, right?
Exactly, I did. Nice. A great effort, but just out of reach. And again, we're seeing a lot of disc flying, and they're coming down with it still, really putting in that effort. Bring it up. 17, starting it. A nice cut. A tight mark, they know that he has every throw and he can cut, so putting pressure on him.
Yeah, Brodeur basically throwing every body part he could into just blocking the throw.
Yeah. I think something special about Sturgeon as well. Another injury call, 17
cramping,
again.
That's the same leg. This one's calf quadricep earlier. Seems like his one leg is cramping. Replacement coming in.
Oh, it's number 5 this time.
Number 5. Wow.
No, I was just saying they really trust number 17 to be there. They're putting up lines before he's there, and he's able to come down with them still. So
some good coaching here. Well. If you have the opportunity, let's take it. Right, it's been a bit of a longer point here. Get the fresh legs in, especially you're at the brick mark, a little farther open. I was gonna say, like, let's get fresh legs to punch this in.
Yeah. They've been both teams playing really well, hence the long points, not giving it up easy.
I feel like that might have been a partial hand block. It looked like it was fluttering as it passed the mark.
Reset stuck on the sideline. And she's there. Just at the doorstep.
Asking.
Oh, there might have been a call there.
So observer tapping the head and gets the stall down. Stall down, I should say.
Down, yes.
Not. And I can't see what the count is.
I think it's coming 4.
He's the observer sideways to us. We can't quite see the fingers that were raised.
Whatever it was, he got it off immediately. Oh, and just miscued again.
Natalie Bird, number 16. She was also involved in the previous play before it came back for the stall down. So she's now getting involved more heavily.
Yes. And that was just out of bounds there. So it'll be Dark's disc.
It's a nice throw from the other field to get it back into the wind at that.
Yeah.
So quality on that team there. Whoever that thrower was, watch him later on.
On the sideline again. So let's see. That was a beautiful cut there by number 8. Boyd.
I like the fakes on number 5 as he's handling for blue.
Yeah.
Really uses nice fakes to move the mark.
Yeah. I believe another timeout was called. I mean, another great call. Again, just to let their players reset, take some time and figure out what they're doing next. They've been on the doorstep of the end zone for a little bit now, so and it's just been trading turnovers. So
turnovers, the point is getting long. So Notre Dame is pulling away with this game now. We're getting a little separation on the scoreboard. Sturgeon, it's looking at the clock here. It's basically now or never. They've got to put a couple of points. They got to string something together.
Yeah. 9-4, a bit of a lead there, but let's see if they can get a couple points to end the game. But they've been playing really, really well. Just watching the game before and seeing them now. Definitely putting some numbers on the board, but also working together and figuring out what went wrong last game and where they can improve.
D.
Yes.
9, I think I see.
Yeah. Some great pressure. Number 5 picking up for Sturgeon.
Alan Johnston with the D.
Yeah, they're pushing them back into the end zone. So scary territory, I say. But they're
Callahan.
Yeah,
Callahan
territory. Didn't want to say it, but
it's nice. It's a nice
he
mark.
needs to get it out, and that was a beautiful cut.
A nice break throw as well.
And they're putting on great defensive pressure. They can't get that reset easily. Oh no! A nice bid again. We're seeing 21 there.
Excellent second effort.
Hopefully he's all right. Taking it off, but there was a bit of collision on Dark side as well together. So
that was such great recognition from third 21 for.
Yes.
He knew it was flipped. He saw the other 2 players were down and still almost had that just effort level alone.
He's been bidding all game, so continuing to put in that effort says a lot.
Wonder if they're just discussing the contact, whether it was between Hurd and the 2 Montreal players or whether they hit each other and he was clear to continue playing.
Not too sure. But again, like we're saying, the observers being there and being able to explain rules is really important at this age.
Yeah. Very good. I'm just wondering the fact that he nice bid. I'm wondering if the fact that he tapped it in, if the observer was just checking to make sure he was all right, because he did bump his head, I think, on that layout. So again, the extra 5 seconds, confirm with the player and just make sure they're healthy.
Exactly.
So nice bid in the end zone. Again, just out of reach for punching this in. I feel like they've been in the brick mark and in territory for quite a while now.
Yeah, and number 5 on Notre Dame putting that defensive pressure, making sure he can't reset.
Call. Foul call on the
Yeah, I think it was a foul call of contact.
Brodeur with the mark. I'm going to say he probably straddled the pivot leg as the mark was on, but it's also good awareness from the handler to call something and get the count.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a non-contact sport, so any contact is a foul. So again, stuck on the sideline, so he needs someone to reset.
Nice hands. That was a bullet pass. Excellent hands.
That's what you need, though, because the wind is picking up, so you need to have solid passes.
That's probably going to get the wind under it.
Oh yeah, just sailed a little bit too deep out of reach, but it was a great look from them. They pushed it down the field. They were only stuck on their half, so
it's just unfortunately once the side of the disc got elevated, it was going to turn with the wind. Unfortunately, that was flat at the goal.
Yeah,
the receiver was there waiting.
But a great look if they're able to do it again. I think that they'll be able to get a point here.
And then the quick turnaround right downfield.
Number 10 again being
33
there.
is wide open. No one guarding her all the way up the field.
Yeah, that was 33 that caught it. Yamanaka caught it in the end zone. That was just fast. Defense just couldn't keep up there. That clutch catch by number 10 again. She's been playing super well this game. A couple points under her belt and there for the disc and receiving.
Yep, McCarthy. We'll give her name out on the air. But number 10, for sure. We've got the, I don't know if you can hear that with our mics or not, but we've got the family cheering section for Notre Dame here, giving some high fives to all the players as they walk off. Yeah. Always nice to see parents encouraging the entire team.
Yeah, a lot of parents here, given that they've traveled so far, which is awesome to see. Not sure if they drove them or probably, but regardless, it's always nice to see family support.
You can imagine the parents with 5 or 6 kids jammed in a van or a car driving from Montreal. So strong parents probably as well too.
And the wind is really picking up here.
Sturgeon with the disc. They are working to the far side of the field, and the wind gust really just picked up. So the disc is naturally going to go to that far side of the field as you're viewing on camera.
Yeah. They'll deal with the wind. This is the windiest it's been all game. But 24 there in the end zone.
Excellent D, reading that over his shoulder, timing it well. Excellent touch on that disc.
Yeah,
what
number
a throw.
10 again, right there for the disc.
So
that was.
So number 10, McCarthy with the deep strike down the field to get the assist.
Yes.
I didn't see who caught it, but what a throw to get that downfield strike.
I read a 36, but there's no 36 here, so I think it was a 26. And if that's the case, then it was Boyd who caught it in the end zone.
So without being able to hear exactly, I'm sure you can hear the wind in our microphones now.
Yes, it picked up quite a bit. They're still able to come down with it.
We'll finish up this game and try and protect ourselves from the wind, so we have a little bit of less technical difficulties for future games now. But just amazing touch on that downfield throw. Great read from number 10 just to run onto it. Such a quality flow floating flat throw.
Again, reading that and not giving up halfway through is really important. We've seen that all game from her, just reading the disc super well. Honestly, I'm jealous. I don't even think I can read the disc that well. So, again, being so young and being able to do that is impressive.
I thought you were about to say because you're so young, you haven't learned to read yet. Jeez. You got
I
lots of time.
wish.
You know, to be very honest, that was one of the skills when I was running Play Ultimate many moons ago. I'm short for people that can't see me right now or don't know me. I'm short for the men's game in the open division. But I learned to read a disc. I would go out in a field and I would have handlers throw me deep discs for hours and hours and hours so that I could always be a step ahead of that defender on a deep strike because I knew where it was going before they did.
Yeah.
And that skill is so vastly underrated by today's generation that it really is a make or break skill. You have to go out and practice and receive hundreds of discs.
Yeah. I mean, great for you putting in that effort and figuring out that that's one of your strengths.
I mean, I had to, right? Because 5'6" is not my strength.
No.
So I have to have something, some advantage on a taller defender.
I mean, good way of adjusting that. That this was saved.
Number 3, I think
I believe that was. Came over the top of like two other handlers. Other
Maya Lee.
Sorry, yeah.
Maya Lee.
Another hammer.
Oh my.
Oh.
So left-handed hammer with the mark on the near side, very difficult to get that throw off, and B, almost a tail edge grab from the receiver in the end zone. What an effort.
And that was 17 again, putting in the effort. He's come off twice with an injury, so that is quite impressive.
I saw him with the massage gun on his calf, so clearly he's working out the knot that he had and clearly moving pretty well.
A drop there causes a turnover. A little bit frustrated on her part, but
Rosalie Boyd with a nice cut. She was
she
open and did the hard work correctly. Just got to get that final 2% on the.
Catching is hard as well.
You can hear the Sturgeon coach in front of us, probably on our mics for people at home. You can hear him imploring his team to go. They need the deeper strikes and the quick hits.
Yes. The time crunch now, sending it deep to number 5. Unfortunately, not able to read it and bring it down. I was watching a couple plays earlier, and the number 5 on Sturgeon, the other team was yelling no huck, so they know that they have that, and they're trying to contain him.
5 so fast.
Yeah.
Nice thing with the coach, even though it was an overthrow or a turnover.
Yes.
He immediately was talking to the thrower about what defensive positioning to play. Get the turnover. Don't harp on that. Immediately, what can you do on the defensive side to help your team?
Yeah, exactly.
Well done, coach.
Another hammer outside the end zone. Unable to get it. They like hammers. All the players apparently. We've seen a couple from both sides.
A nice upline cut.
They want to go deep. It's looking like, but
big defense.
Beautiful D. Yeah, running through it and getting there.
That was 29 Vanda Visible. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'll let you see if you can take a shot at that one. But
yeah.
But either way, number
Close
29.
enough.
I'll say Kyler. We'll use first name, but well done, Kyler.
Yeah. Beautiful run through D there. Way to be on that side of him, stopping that. 21's picked up. Stuck on the sideline. Really needs to reset. Probably high stall count soon.
That's got to be a stall 9 throw.
Yeah.
That had to be so close to the stall out.
Yeah,
looking deep.
Oh, wow. And he got that back for his team after having to put it, but he does need players to come help him out for that reset.
You can see Zero is really poaching in the backfield. He's leaving his handler and just trying to fill the lanes. Sort of a semi-zone on the disc.
Yeah, that's a great play.
He's barely even looking at 17, so I guess he feels that he's not going to take off on a strike.
Yeah, beautifully read.
And
again, that trust in 17 to get it wherever they throw it is really impressive. I'm not sure.
Timeout call.
Timeout called. A good call again, just giving them a break.
There's the horn here in the background. So South Cap is on now.
Yes.
This will be coming in at stall 3. That was the discussion just as they were setting the disc down.
Yeah.
So right now, I think Coach for Sturgeon, obviously not going to win. There's some separation.
Yeah.
Let's execute this play. Let's diagram something and let's end on a high note. Execute how we expect it.
Yes. At this point, what advice would you give the team, and what kind of play would you run if you're Sturgeon's coach?
I'm Sturgeon.
Yeah.
Well, one, I would say take safe plays because you do want to end on a high note. Punch it in the goal because we are in soft cap. I would actually try and spread it around and get away from the deep because the wind has picked up and we've seen some of the deeper throws are starting to turn over, basically get pushed to that far corner as you see on the screen.
Yeah.
So play a little shorter game, try and get everyone involved. We've seen recently that a couple of the ladies on the team have become more involved in the second half.
Sure.
So use the ladies, keep playing, use whoever's open, like take the open shot.
I definitely agree. Those resets are much needed. We didn't really see that the last few plays, and they were getting stranded there. High school count, having to put it wherever they can. But yeah.
And if I'm blue, I want to force them to do that. I would play a deep position on defense and force them to undercut.
Yeah.
Like prove they can play the unders and score.
Exactly. And it looks like they
look at that read on defense as a help defender.
They called a side stack, so it was an open field, but 21 coming down with it. Hurt, I believe. Putting it wide open
a wide open player who was just waiting downfield.
Wow.
So first of all, let's go back and recap this thing. We had 22, David Villette from Montreal, Notre Dame, make a brilliant read as a help defender. Fast play it up. Great D on the Sturgeon player that I didn't catch the number.
21 again.
21.
A clutch player for their team.
Third.
Yep.
And one player just waiting in the end zone because he hadn't made the full turn from the quick turnovers and quick plays downfield. So gets a goal down at the end for Sturgeon.
And he was wide open for that. And prior to that, I think the coach called a side stack. So the field was wide open. And had they not been intercepted and had that not been a D, I think they would have gotten to that point because it was super different than anything they played all game. Super spread out. So, but really great effort from both teams this game. Sturgeon coming back and putting some points on the board this game. And great matchup for sure.
So we're going to wrap this game up as we have another one shortly. So we'll take a quick break. Thank you for joining us here at the Ultimate Canada High School Invitationals. We've just seen Notre Dame down Sturgeon, and we will be back with our second game in about 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
my God! One of the plays of the year! On the grand stage.
Welcome, Ultimate fans, back to Ultimate Canada's High School Invitational. My name's Andrew Portwine.
I'm Mika.
We're back here for game number 2 on our broadcast today. We have St. Matthew's High School from Orleans, Ontario, in black. They are on the left-hand side of your screen as you're watching. We will get the camera turned around, and you'll be able to see the whole field. They'll be on the left-hand side, going to the right.
Yes.
And who do we have in red?
We got Josephine Danduran, red from Quebec.
Yep,
So,
out of Saint Jean sur Richelieu.
Yeah.
Richelieu.
a great
Pardon me.
matchup, neighbors. So will be interesting.
So, we're just getting the poll here. So the poll from Danduran. I'm gonna shorten it to Danduran just so you
Okay.
know. It's a long name.
Yeah, already a bit of a mistake, a little bit of a drop there. So Danduran able to be super close to the end zone. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, that's always nice when you can basically start your offense at the brick mark.
Yeah. Just shortly out of the end zone there. He kind of jumped out a little bit had he jumped.
It's a pretty static offense. There's not a lot of movement from the offense. No cuts.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit of an ISO. They're able to get that goal. It looks like a lot of their players are on the side there, just giving the space for cutting and their ISO. So
that was
it worked out.
Number 18, Bertin, I believe is how you pronounce that. Cut, obviously wide open as you're making the point that it was an ISO, but so
Exactly.
we won't see that from St. Matthews again. I'm sure a mistake that close to the end zone, maybe a little first one. I believe this might be their first game of the day. They're getting here. And I will say, St. Matthews, head coach, Habib Atala. Got a minute here. I'll do his resume. Coaches Ignite club team in Ottawa.
Okay.
He coaches the University of Ottawa team. And I believe he's a TC U20 assistant coach.
Wow.
So quality coaching, I expect mistakes like that will be cleaned up quite quickly.
For sure.
Obviously, good pedigree on the team leadership here. I've heard Seaborn as well as a coach on that team who coaches Blaze in Ottawa.
Okay.
So quality coaches.
Yeah, I mean, both really great new teams from Ottawa. I'm sure some of the players are either playing this year on either teams, or
I'll have to talk to Habib about reducing his resume. It's only an hour and a half game. I can't go through it all.
Yeah, some quality coaches. So we'll see how that turns. Another mistake. And exactly the same.
If you watched our previous game, that goes back. That throw is into the wind. So for viewers who are just tuning in, the wind is blowing from the near sideline at the bottom of your screen to the far sideline in the distance.
Yeah.
So that swing pass was directly into the wind, and you could see it drop down to the turf.
Yeah, it's a hard throw, and it's the windiest the day has been so far. So definitely hard, but let's see how they can handle that. They already have it back. Again, a low throw, but able to get it this time. Again, just another miscue. Like our other game, they've got some tall players, so we'll see how they utilize them. A beautiful shot in the
So
end
we got
zone.
a shot for the end zone.
No one there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that one sailed again. Not to harp on it, but this wind will affect that one sailed.
Yeah.
I will say, these jerseys are looking pretty sharp for Danderand with the gray and the red accents. The Ultimate doing a nice job on that, or
Yes.
V maybe. I think you'll correct me.
Yeah,
V.
V Ultimate, a sponsor of this tournament. So thanks to them for everything. If you're here, definitely check out their booth. They have some great gear. And they have a bunch of gear for this tournament here. So if you want to grab something, you should.
I'd have to see if I can trade for one of these sharp-looking red and gray kits with one of
I
the
know.
players after the game.
I kind of want to trade my jerseys too, but I love keeping them. So
here we are. We have St. Matthews with the disc again, working it out from in the shadow of their end zone.
yeah, nearly a bit of a block there, but
Good defensive pressure, nice concentration to make that grab. Much better on the throw back across into the wind we saw earlier. So already making adjustments.
And you can see the disc.
Quick movement, you know.
Oh, that was a D by number 11. Chassé,
I believe.
yeah.
Going for the end zone.
And a
Excellent
block,
D.
yeah.
Goes number 3. I do see. Gabriel Torreya. They're our brothers, so I got to get the correct one.
Are they?
But that was a nice D. High pointed that and made sure that the receiver couldn't get to it.
Yeah, and he's also a captain, so that's really cool. Obviously, a standout player already.
Well, and that's what you want to see. Big plays from your leadership and your captains, right? Set the tone for the rest of the team.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say it's going to be a long day if St. Pat's has to constantly be working out from the front of their end zone. They're just right on that end zone line every time.
And a block there.
Efforts like that.
Yes. And you can see that was a mismatch. So poaching off of that is something we talked about last game, and St. Matthews doing that very well. And I assume that's coming from great coaching, great players. So. That's a turn.
That one was a higher release. That player is going to get under the disc today, so they're going to have to drive it more. You can't sort of pop high release in this wind.
Yeah.
So
using your wrists.
And I'm not a handler, so I mean, I should listen to my own advice. I can sit back and make comments all day, but
that was another turnover.
I will say, as much as their offense is struggling a little bit for St. Matthews, they are getting it back every time. They're pounding them on D into turnovers right at the front of that goal line.
Yes. Another turnover, again, at the goal line, same spot almost. So let's see how they come out with this.
Number 11 calling a timeout already. I think they're a little frustrated with the inability to punch that in the end zone with the wind advantage. Mostly wind advantage.
Yes. And like we said, just like taking that break, figuring out what they want to do next. They're right on the end zone line, so figuring out what they can do there.
When that comes back in, it'll be 11. I really hope both of us are pronouncing that correctly. But
apologies in advance if you're
the disc
watching.
Will be in his hands to start the play as he called the timeout. Looks like they're at about maybe the 6-7 yard lines. They're right on the doorstep.
Yeah, so let's see what they've come up with and see if it's an ISO or what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that at the other end of the field.
Yeah. And it worked, so opening up some of their players. Again, observers this game, which is great because them being able to explain rules and the athletes being able to learn at this age.
Might be some questions from
the
End coaching staff.
Yes.
Seems like there's a smile from the observer, so obviously it couldn't have been
No,
too hectic
yeah.
of a question. Clearly, probably just asking something simple. And
Yep.
all right, so set up, stack in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah.
11 quite tall, has a bit of a height mismatch on the mark, so you might have that over the shoulder throw to the break side,
Yes.
maybe. See what happens.
We can see a bit of a poach there, so smart play.
Yeah, like number 14 is all alone in the backfield. Obviously, the defender's guarding the goal line.
Yeah. And that's a goal.
So 11, Chassé with the assist.
And 27, Tessier with the goal. She was wide open. A great shot into the end zone.
Smart play from the handler, too. I mean, obviously, you have the poach in the open side of the field. That was a nice break throw. It was a great cut.
It was.
Obviously, but cutting to the break side, you should probably be open.
Yeah.
So great execution on the throw to hit that open receiver.
Yeah.
Take what the defense is giving you, basically.
A bit of an ISO, and it worked for them, so that's great.
So we'll see if St. Matt's can clean this up a bit. The wind is not quite across field. It's not quite up and down. So they have a little advantage going in this direction, hint of wind to help them. So we'll see if they can clean up their play and maybe take advantage of some longer puts downfield.
I'm sure their coaches are thinking what to do next, how they can get a couple points.
Yeah, pull just short of half. So that's also a bit of a help for St. Matt's.
Yeah.
In good field position to start. Going straight, throw it in the end zone here.
Let's see who can come down.
You can see that effect of the wind.
Yes.
Pulled it to that back corner.
Yeah. You got to almost float it kind of towards the other side and let it float in.
Almost want to throw it out over us here at half field on this side of the field.
Bit of an OI throw there.
Now, having said that, and they trap Danduran down at this goal line, same as they were doing previously. Danduran was down there, so
yeah.
Let's see if they can cause a quick turnover right here at the goal line.
Sure. It looks like a zone. Yeah, they threw a zone. 3 ladies in the cup there, trying to stop their plays.
I like that choice. I'm a firm advocate of zone, but with the wind today, zone right out of the gate makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. And just slowing down the play and kind of trapping it down there is, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what they just did. That's where they wanted it. I can hear on the sideline they're calling end zone, so they want to punch it in here.
Let's see what kind of play they have. Stack in the middle of the end zone. So as much as that's a turnover, that actually played into St. Matt's hands. If you look, the mark was pushing to the far sideline, but the handler was left-handed, so it actually gave the forehand open side throw. You know, I don't know if they'll want to give that handler that force much more in the game.
No, something to be corrected for sure. And good effort by St. Matt's, able to, I saw a bid there, just trying to get their hands on it, but unfortunately not.
There's another, it's a drop, but you could see the wind just suck that down as the player jumped up to make the catch.
Yep. Right outside the end zone again. Let's see if they're able to punch this one in. Just need some patience.
So 14 with the disc again.
Oh. Just a drop by number 10 there. Yeah, he was open for it too, so
a little too casual going for the one hand grab.
Yeah.
So at 14, it's Connor Seaborn. That was the lefty handler that had the disc both of their end zone plays for offense for St. Matt. So
yeah, for sure.
Knowing he's left out, you can hear the coach yelling, "Send it." He wants them to punt. They're playing a punt begin game.
Bring back though, short, hopefully.
And a catch.
Yeah, number 3. Again.
Gabriel Correa. You can hear Habib, Coach Habib. He's not afraid to tell and take the shot from the end zone. If you miss it, we're going to get the turnover anyways.
Yeah.
He's all right with the punt and pin kind of game.
Exactly.
I also don't have a problem with that. With this wind, I actually am a firm believer in placing zone.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the right choice.
Yeah, and I agree. I think they're right, like just pushing it into that space for them, and with the zone hoping for a turnover and them being right there. They're on offense. St. Matt's, they're getting the disc. They're open. They're just slightly dropping it.
So a punt downfield.
Yeah,
Get them some breathing room.
Yeah, the wind kind of pushing the disc down a little bit. Super windy, so
let's just see if he tries to get rid of it again.
Yeah, he's telling them to go. I think he wants to put it deep. Yeah.
It's always nice as a handler when you can just point where you want your receivers to go.
Yeah, she caught that one, but unfortunately a bit too. It was outside the end zone.
I think it was just in the sideline of the adjacent field.
Yeah.
But excellent read.
Yeah, and good effort to catch it regardless. You never know. Sometimes you're on the field, you can't see where you are.
So we're talking about them playing the punt and pin, playing some zone. The problem is they're down 2 already, I believe. So at some point, they're going to have to do the hard work and score an upwind point. So eventually, this won't be their only source of offense.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there as well. Just it was out of bounds, and now again, St. Matt's on the end zone. I know they really want to punch it in here, so let's see if they have that patience. We got number 3 going. And the grab, let's see.
Let's see what the observer says. That was so close. They're in the field of play. Did the disc touch the ground first?
Yeah, it was hard to see from here. I'm not sure if they...
Just listening for the calls. I believe they're being called down from the hand gestures of our official. And I believe that was actually the receiver that agreed that it was down from the way the observer pointed. So if it was truly great spirit on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
That was Gabrielle Torreya again. Yeah. I'm going to call his name out if that indeed is that level of spirit at a national tournament.
And again, at the end zone line, they have great patience and they're able to get open. It's just the drops that are holding them back from a point for the past couple. A timeout has been called.
Another timeout already. Such early stages of the game. Something else I'm noticing, I see Nepean coaches and maybe 1 or 2 players coming over to support a fellow Ottawa team here at St. Matt's.
It's Carlos.
But again, just support from your fellow teams in the city. That's good to see from the Ottawa contingent.
I mean, I'm sure they all know each other for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they must play each other multiple times through the course of the season, but this is your opponent most of the season, but you're coming over to still offer some support to your fellow Ottawa group. So
just being in Ottawa and playing in high school, that's where I played. Everyone knew everyone, so just supporting each other. We always played each other, but yeah.
So which school? Give a shout out.
Yeah, I played for Glebe Collegiate Institute in Ottawa, so if there are any fans out there.
Well done.
Produced some really, really great players out of there, so a lot of people play juniors.
All right, observer giving the countdown, letting the team set their offense and defense.
Yeah, St. Matt here. I'm honestly surprised they haven't played a different play. I don't know if it's going to be the same upline cut, but even just setting the stack to the side because they know that disc is going to float.
So watch out. Carlos is taking a selfie with the commentary team here. 14.
Carlos.
Again, we got this lefty handler. He's going high and over the shoulder.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful cut. That was a different play that we saw too.
I couldn't see the number of who was cutting because it was a splash straight across the end zone. I didn't have a chance to see the back of the jersey, but beautiful cut. Good acceleration too.
Yeah, for sure.
Also a nice play from the handler being a lefty. That was actually the pivot and a high release over the shoulder of the mark.
Yeah.
Nice snap in this wind, as we talked about. So well done on all fronts on that
for
play.
Sure.
It's all the little technique things.
Yeah, if that's something they talked about, getting that is definitely different than what we've seen them do so far.
So it's 2-1 for Dan Durand right now.
Yes. St. Matt's just scoring the first point of the game.
And as we said, they're down 1 now, but they are going to have to score one upwind. So are they going to be able to do it here with a turnover off this pull? Maybe see if their defense can kick in. It's a good roll.
Yeah, really good roll. I'm not sure if I think it was out of bounds, closer to the half.
Yeah, it looks like it was. Given that we're running with the disc.
Yes.
Don't think that's allowed.
No.
The observer showing
no travel called. So. And again, they're throwing a zone on them.
Oh, 22. Maria Murray, one of the captains. What a swat down.
Yeah.
She's having none of that in her field space.
Unfortunately, a quick turnover there on the sideline.
Here we go. We have observer running with the beanbag to give the player a marker.
They're on the sideline, so let's see what they're able to do.
Good quick swing off to the far side. Get the defense moving like side to side across the field.
That's exactly what you want to do. Keep them moving.
Number 11 with the bid on that to the backfield. Red couldn't capitalize on a player being out of position on that bid.
Yeah. Again, a little bit of a drop there. So turnover.
So this is where St. Matt's needs to flex their muscles. They need this upwind to tie the game, and they're going to need one eventually through the game. So
yeah, let's see if they can lock it down here.
And you'll see 14 is back out. It's the same crew, I believe, back out.
Yeah.
So they must have a trusted lineup that they're looking to use.
Yeah, and even though that disc was low, it wasn't cooled down. So
good
keep
movement.
It going.
Good movement. 14 seems so confident in the middle of the field with that disc.
What a great handler.
Oh, excellent shake move in the backfield.
Just a drop outside the end zone.
Number 10, Felix Fletcher, absolutely dropped his defender on that juke move.
And wide open, 72 was able.
Look, Mandler's pointing to go. He wants to rip the throw downfield.
Oh, what a grab by 22 again. Way to be there.
Maria Murray, I feel like I might as well put that name in the bank.
Yes.
I feel like she's going to be impactful in this game.
Yeah. Then we see number 3 again, captain.
322 and 14 seem to be their trusted trio.
Yeah. Seems like a slight poach. I don't know. Regardless of the hand that was in.
So number 7, that was Valerie Deschamps, actually got a hand on it and like tipped that disc.
Yeah.
Almost had that.
Almost. As they say, catch your D's, but that was a bit hard. I'm honestly surprised that didn't get knocked down even more, but it was a bullet of a throw, and it went right into
one of the luxuries, I guess, the angle we're on. We had the same view from handler to receiver. I actually was surprised the handler even threw it because I could see some defenders ready to close that gap.
Yeah, agreed. That was impressive. But
confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So 2s.
Yeah, tied it up now.
They did what they needed to do. That's the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
For St. Matt's.
And facing the wind. Very impressive of them. And I see now there's a bunch of family down the line watching. We were saying earlier it's super nice that families have traveled to come watch them.
Yeah, now that I look down behind the Ottawa bench, seems to be filling up pretty well. Lots of lawn chairs, people on the bleachers.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I saw a crib. There's babies here too. Start them young. But yeah, the overall commitment to the teams and their families, it's really cool to see. And they'll be doing lots of that, especially if they go further into their careers with Ultimate. Lots of traveling.
It's nice. Coach B with a thumbs up to us as he walks by. He's seen his team clean up play after a jittery first few possessions. So I think he's starting to be a little more positive, a little happy with what his team is producing.
Yeah. They needed that confidence boost as well. And what a beautiful pull. And they're called it out. So coming to the middle now, but they still want to throw on that zone.
Yeah, and I was going to say, look at the setup they've got.
Yeah.
Looks like, is she going to go to a top cup? Yeah, it is. That might be a wedge with a shorter mid, but nope, going to a more traditional traditional zone D, but still zone D regardless. Nice to see.
Ripping it down the field, but unfortunately no one there.
Yeah, the receiver was actually in the left-hand side
Yes.
corner. That disc peeled to the right-hand side. Shows they're confident too. They're not afraid of the wind.
Yeah.
They're willing to shoot deep if they can get it.
Yeah, great look regardless.
And then you have Ottawa with the
Yeah,
punt and pin.
Yeah,
It
and
was
she came
caught.
down with it as well.
And I should probably stop saying Ottawa. They're from Nepean technically, and I don't want Nepean folks to get upset with me. So
I know.
excuse me, they're from Orleans, not Nepean. I'm going to be shunned from the
I
greater
know,
Ottawa
it's
community.
forever on the internet now.
So Orleans.
I think they called her out, if I'm correct. Or no, they called it in, sorry, and she threw it and it wasn't caught.
So both teams going for the deep,
Yeah.
deep look.
A zone again.
It's a good job from Dandaran to get out of that corner where they started, because that is sort of the wind, the push corner, coffin corner, if you're a football fan.
And St. Matt's on the end zone line.
So
Again.
14 is back out again. This is the third point in a row. Is this young man ever going to get a rest?
I don't know. He seems to be doing fine, though. Young.
Seems to be doing fine,
great
for sure.
energy.
But that 10 is back out there. There's a couple of number 22 repeat defenders. Oh, and 22 comes up with the grab. I was about to say almost got it.
She got that. I mean, great place to be and being there and reading that disc.
Double deflection, catches that just a few inches above the ground.
And their coaches are extremely happy with that play. I mean, seconds are, you got to read and you got to be there. And she was there. And number 6 as well has been amazing, coming down with discs and being open. And she's also in the cup, so she's doing everything. And how she's not tired, I will not know. But
So 22, Maria Murray made the catch.
Yeah.
And to your point, number 6 needs some love. That's Stephen Mayu, I believe is how you pronounce that. But doing some of the hard work in the zone and still coming down with discs. I will say that running in the zone in the cup, underrated. People don't give enough credit to those people because they may or may not ever get hand blocks. They may or may not ever get a stat out of it. But they're doing the hardest work on the field.
I dread being in the cup sometimes. It's a lot of energy put into that, but it is very effective, especially in the wind. And it's something we learn in uni series all the time when we're playing in the fall. You have to have a strong cup and know what to do because the wind is brutal, the rain.
We've got the pull from St. Matthews out of Orleans. They are up 3-2. This pull is just short of midfield, so giving Dandaran a beneficial start.
Yeah, and already setting up their zone quickly, but a bit of a hole in the cup.
So that was 27, Tessier. She just found that soft spot down the line.
Yeah, she was wide open.
Beautiful field awareness.
Yeah, the disc coming down again because the wind's pushing it.
So St. Matthews finally making a few subs, letting their triple shifters get a rest.
Yeah. Bit of a drop, but sending it deep. Let's see if anyone's down there. A great bid, but unfortunately out of reach.
Big effort.
Yeah.
Is that number 17? Xavier Picard. It's a nice effort. I'm sure we'll hear his name later on if he keeps hitting the end zone like that.
It's anyone's game still, so seeing that in play. Finding that hole, nice cut. She was open.
That was pretty interesting. Like go down low, pause, and then throw. Like the step and the throw were not simultaneous. Worked.
Yeah. Oh.
Glasses came off on that player.
Bit of a hit there, yeah.
Take a pause. You could hear the impact even from where we are.
Yeah, even through our headphones.
And the eyeglasses came off clearly.
Yeah.
Strong impact.
Probably just a little bit winded there. That was pretty hard, but Dark came down with the disc, and I've noticed that Red is poaching. They're not zoning, but they're poaching quite a bit. So that might have been bound to happen at some point because they're very, very close to each other. But good effort. Hopefully he's okay and just needs one.
I think also a good no call, as much as it's a heavy impact. I think it was just two bigger kids going up for a disc.
Yes.
There's no intent on either one of them.
Exactly. They're just discussing with observers. I think it might have been the stall count.
Yeah, not sure if
Figuring
the
that
injury was
out.
called right
Yeah.
away or whether I think the player tried to stand up, so there might have been one or two stalls and that decided he needed the injury timeout,
Yeah.
injury stoppage.
Resetting to 14. Obviously a trusted handler there.
Oh,
Bit of a drop by number 12. Wow, number 14 running through that D.
yeah, that was Payette with the throw downfield. It was the effort from Elizabeth Moreau laying out, even though it was a bit of a throw out of her reach.
And that was a goal for
that,
Dan Duran.
Yeah, who is that? 27, Tessier.
Yeah, she's pretty speedy, able to get open. I've seen her play defensively and offensively.
3-all?
Yes. Tied game again. So we'll see what St. Matt's will come down with and how they can use this point.
I think each team has scored one in the upwind end zone, so I feel like the bulk of the action is going to be down here, sort of on this as you're viewing on TV to
the right side,
right end of the field. So
that point, it was a long point. Maybe everyone was just tired, kind of slowly playing defense. So
we should be giving a shout out to our camera operator and scoreboard operator,
Sophia.
I have a feeling we'll be on the mic later on today.
I have a feeling too. A strong one.
Camera operation for 3 games in a row maybe isn't your ideal Saturday. So in the meantime, we have a poll over half. You can see St. Matt's is not in a rush to set anything up. They just walk down peacefully.
Yeah, the wind is picking up that disc. They need to be careful. Short, snappy throws is what they need to move it up the field.
Nice fake.
Yeah. 14 likes to put it deep, but maybe putting that on hold while the wind picks up. A bit of a throwaway there.
Yeah, that one was not enough snap on the disc. Tried to float it out to open space. And
what a D. Number 10. And then putting it.
Yeah, that was Fletcher.
Yeah.
Number 10 with the big sky for the D.
That was a great D.
That one of those plays where you make the good D and then you get hyped up and throw it a bit too far to the end zone. Wasn't quite.
Yeah, being patient.
Wasn't a striker there. So here, Dan Duran's on the horrible corner down there. Don't know if that came back into play or not.
But good effort. You see him sliding again. This is turf field, so you're really putting your body on the line.
I think the observer is saying to take it up at the cone. I don't think it came into play.
Wow.
That corner is very difficult to get out of today.
Yes. So we'll see what they can do.
Lefty handler. I want to see a cut up that sideline and just let him forehand something. There you go. Number 3. Oh, peels it off. Comes back.
He needs a reset immediately. Wow.
Hammer. Hanging.
Yeah.
All
out
into
of
the
bounds.
turf.
Yeah. Like last game, we're seeing some hammers, which is incredible. A hard throw. I haven't even perfected them, so.
I feel like I'm going to blow away here. This wind is starting to pick up.
It is pretty windy out. This location, like you said, is a super windy field. Great huck.
Oh.
Just can't come down with it.
So you live around here. You play at this facility more often. I haven't played here in probably 15 or 20 years.
I played here a few weeks ago, and I'm playing here tonight.
Oh, so you'll enjoy the wind later on this evening?
I'm a little bit scared, but yeah. I played here recently for tryouts, and it was the windiest I've ever played in. I could not even get a throw off. The disc was flying out of my hand, so that's the weather for you.
Another one that went out of play early. Lots of run back on this one for some
Yes.
territory. Van Duran just outside the brick mark.
Yep. Nice reset cut.
Yep. Take the safe, patient play.
And it's flying, but Dark getting their hands on it. He wants to. Oh.
That was Sutherland and for St. Matt's that made the D earlier.
Yeah, and another D, and then again putting it. Called a timeout.
I think for St. Matt's on that last play, the throw was for the young lady that was behind, and the person that cut through dropped it was just cutting through the lane. I think it actually wasn't for that cutter.
Yeah.
It just jumped up on the cutter because it came out of nowhere. But
yeah,
if they hadn't cut through that lane, I think it would have been a completion to the intended receiver.
Yeah. I mean, a great call for a timeout. They need a breather. And I see their coach giving them some tips, a bit frustrated with the long shots because they need to be patient in this wind. You can kind of see him with the camera there.
We can kind of hear a little bit, and with his arm actions, I think he also is saying fake, and then come back around to your forehand.
Yeah. I mean, the deep shot is great, but in this wind, it's hard to execute perfectly.
Yeah, in this wind, I mean, it's difficult.
A big shout out to the other team's coaches. Van Duran, she has a baby in her hand and she's coaching. So impressive, and
the dedication
to the team. Super committed.
He's big shot downfield. Still got the center fielder patrolling back there on defense.
And 14 immediately throwing it deep, but too Blady couldn't come down with it. A throwaway. So let's see what 14 will do here.
Just going back to your coach comment about, a coach with a baby and still coaching. Like, I hope these young folks realize sort of how lucky they are. The coaches are giving up some time, and clearly a weekend when you have a newborn with you. So, the dedication from coaches to help these young people develop and improve their game and improve as people.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
I'm sure it's super rewarding seeing them come off of a great high school career. Oh, and it's still live. Oh, wow. Came off the hands of a couple people, but couldn't come down with it.
I will say there was a cutter partway up the line who was so alert, ducked.
Yes.
So that the deep strike could see that, because that was a low driven throw that could have been blocked by her height. Just those little things help your downfield people actually see the disc coming to them for a deep strike.
And number 6 on St. Matt's really putting in the effort trying to get that D. Forcing them back a little bit, but a drop, causing turnover. I hear the coach yelling at 14 to use his backhand throw rather than his flick. So
especially if he gives a big fake, or just rifle one straight down the middle, right at your player.
Yes,
excellent hands to catch that. Otherwise, he was gonna maybe have a bloody nose.
Yeah, that was an incredible throw. And what a grab!
22 again.
Yeah.
Assist.
And number 6. I think she's had a couple maybe one other point.
That's Marie to Mayhew.
Yeah. Definitely a low scoring game so far, but good effort by both teams.
4-3 for St. Matt's out of Orleans.
Yes. And they started with weren't they down by 2 earlier, or was it 1?
No, they were down 2. I remember commenting they could take the easy goal downwind, and they still had to do the hard work to go upwind.
So a comeback from them. It's great to see the effort that they're putting in to get those points. Great pull.
That's a good pull.
Yeah. And it's inbound, right on the sideline where they want them. Drop them down there.
And for the first time, I see a very vocal and animated player. I'm just trying to get the number so I can give him credit, but he's actually pointing and shouting to his cup and his marks up front where to position.
And that's exactly what you want for someone who's playing in the middle. I can see red poaching a little bit. They don't want to give that open under.
So maybe a punt and pin style from Andran going this way.
I'm not sure. I think it went out earlier too. So
just to go back on that, it was Wyatt Seaborn, number 20. He spent a good 10 or 15 seconds as they were coming down to cover that pull, directing his players on how to play D. Excellent leadership on the field. Coach Seaborn, I wonder if there's a relation there. If the young man is that aware of what's going on, able to sort of direct his fellow defenders.
Yeah. Obviously a standout player there. I feel like he's wearing a different jersey underneath. Might be a junior team thinking. Miscalculation there. There are a couple of people, but unable to bring it down.
Oh,
a hand on it.
Nice to get a hand on it. The throw was starting to turn over a little, Blakey. So even getting a hand on that was pretty solid effort.
Yeah, I mean, it also rolled right into the end zone almost. So, and a hand block, beautiful hand block by number 11.
Just say.
And another big defensive play by 16 on St. Pat's.
Yeah, just utilizing the height mismatch to go up over the receiver to get that.
Yes.
Big throw. That's going into the adjacent field. Heads up to the folks over there. As we go over there, we can see a nice matchup on the offense over there. A couple of tall, athletic players.
Yeah, no one's super tall on either teams here, so I think it's pretty evenly matched up.
So we'll see where this is coming back in. The beanbag is up on the offensive side of half here.
A little bit shorter than they wanted, probably.
There we go. We're ready to play.
So
go for the wind turning that over. You're throwing into the wind off that sideline. You have to snap it. You have to have some conviction in your throws.
I'm hearing send it on the sideline. I think they want to go deep, but possession is needed.
Nice spacing, nice wide open player in the middle.
Yeah, again, just the drops. They've executed all their cuts really well.
Yeah, the coach beat me to it. I was just about to say the cup getting a little close to a double team. You can hear the warning from the coach.
Yeah, you want to be careful on those in the zone.
Especially on observed games.
Yes.
When you're testing that limit as a non-observed game, you might get away with it, but observed games, that'll be something. If you repeatedly violate that space, they will call you on that.
Exactly.
There is a card system in place, so you will get a warning. But
a nice hop, but
nice catch from the observer to save that going into the next field. Justin, the observer, good hands.
Great hands.
I should try and recruit him for my Grandmasters team. Another good D, full stretch on number 7 to tip that down to the ground.
He's looking for someone open. Nice catch by 17. Playing it back, but really well.
Yeah, that was Harvin in the middle, number 17. She's been in the middle open quite a few times.
Yeah. They're working it up the field now.
No, that's no. That's what I said earlier. You can't just loft it into the wind.
You need to be patient, let your players come, and then reset it if you have to.
Or if you want a fast play, at least throw it hard with snap.
Yes.
Like the player was open, I think, for the goal.
Yeah.
But it was too leisurely. Just pop it up.
Likewise, exact same thing. Just throwing it up and it's failing.
Fell down just in front of the handler.
They're playing pretty fast. We can hear their coach yelling to be patient. There's no rush. We got 10 stall counts. think that's something to learn that you with experience and time. Just learning to be patient. I still make those mistakes. I definitely try to push it in the end zone, but knowing
Yeah.
that you have your handlers and to count on your team.
Nice read.
What a
That's how
grab.
you read a disc.
She has been there.
My goodness.
She's been there, able to catch.
Gabrielle Picard.
Yes.
That is how you read a disc.
That was a good toss. That was a good look for sure. He was there, but unfortunately couldn't come down. A turn. Dan Durant has some great hands. They're able to catch those throws.
Oh, I saw a paw come up and knock that down.
Yeah.
Right at the goal line too. So that was a must save on D.
We've had a lot of long points today, but this has been a long point.
They're getting down into that corner on the near sideline where the bench players are between us and the disc. So
Yeah.
they might have to sit on your shoulders if we want to see what's going to happen for the next moment or two here. See the throw go up to the end zone.
No.
D made in the end zone.
Yeah.
An immediate punt. That was as quick as it came into the defender's hands, getting it out.
Yes. I've noticed definitely some mismatched defense, some girls marking guys. Not sure if that's strategic just to pick it up and pick up who you have.
Saw the player
Yeah.
diving on the other field. I thought that was our field diving to retrieve a disc. Like that's
That was a great bid.
That's commitment to a game.
Wow, what a grab. Again, like we're saying,
Yeah, Moreau.
great hands.
She's not afraid to hit the turf either.
No.
A few times she's been laying out for discs.
Yeah, and she's open, wide open.
Looks pretty fast on her cuts across the field as well.
$14. Oh,
Not afraid of contact
No.
either. Willing to jump in to try and get that high disc.
yeah, but a mismatch. Nice try, good effort. Number 9 has it now. Great patience.
A quicker swing on that one too.
Yeah.
Now we're moving the disc a little quicker.
They want it. And that's
And it pays off.
goal. Yes. Dan Durant. Not sure who caught that. I couldn't see it, but a great effort. That was a long point, and being able to just punch it in
and it transitioned when they started to swing and move it quickly versus punting it and going for the deeps. It converts to a goal.
Yeah, that was great. Honestly, good effort.
So it's 4-4 currently. We just heard the observer say half is at 5. So we've reached a timed. The next point will be half.
Yes.
Because we've reached a timed half on this one.
Yep.
Might be nice. I see a Subway sub sitting behind me. It's just calling my name.
Yeah.
So it's a nice close game. Both teams are, I'm going to say, facing the same battles in the same direction on the field.
And putting in good effort.
But close game, this is what we want. Competitive, entertaining games, full effort from both teams.
For sure, team effort. Everyone's touching the disc. Great defensive plays.
So has anybody stood out for you so far? Either team, whichever one you want to go for. But has anybody stood out for you right now?
I mean,
player you like the style or the effort?
Yeah, I mean, I think number 9, Moreau, has been a really standout player to me personally. She's just there. She's on the. She's able to, like you said, she's not afraid of the dish. She's not afraid of bidding, anything like that. So.
Yeah, you stole who I was going to come back with. But you know what? Since you went with red, I'll go with black. I'm going to say 22, Maria Murray.
Yes.
She's been open deep, open short. She's been slapping disc down on D. Clearly one of the key players on the team, but
for sure
does everything all around. So looking forward to seeing the second half and see how she finishes the game.
Exactly. I'd love a matchup against those two. That'd be awesome, and to see them.
You can hear the coach giving a little direction on who he wants to pick the disc up, which makes sense given lefty, easier swing out in the middle of the field, just like that. They're not going to cover the swing. Let's take it.
And a great handler so far. Wow,
22.
22 coming down with that.
Contested
Yeah.
catch. Love it. I feel like if you could pair her and 88 from the previous game was all over again, another dominant young woman. So
maybe they'll end up playing each other.
that would be a nice match to see.
Yeah.
Sutherland with the disc.
Maybe we'll see them tomorrow. And
I like that Orleans is actually trying to go back to the middle of the field now. They're purposely having 10 in the middle as an anchor and going side in, rather than sort of pushing to the end zone.
Yeah.
So they've clearly tried a different philosophy.
You don't want to be stuck on the sideline, especially with the wind. It's hard to get off.
So a turnover again.
14 going to pick up.
Got St. Matt right on the sideline. 10 is open in the middle again. You can take that free swing. There's a hint of defense coming toward him, but not really. There you go. Get that disc centered so both sides of the field are available to you.
Yeah. What a great defensive play.
Oh
no.
Number 18 cut off his own
Yes.
throw. Unfortunately, they had a strike
open,
deep.
Yeah. Some great handler movement, just moving it up the field.
That was a good little interplay. Gained 10 yards on a give and go.
Just moving the cup so they get tired out from it.
You can see 18. He wants to just give and go. He's running. As soon as that comes out of his hand, he's running to get the return pass.
That's the best thing to do in a cup. You can see St. Matt's wants that.
There it is. That was a beautiful.
Oh.
The cut on that throw, he cut it, turned his wrist to keep that thing flat and level with the wind. That was a beautiful throw. If I could record that to teach people how to throw.
I mean, you can. You have to go back and rewatch, but that was amazing.
It helps. It was like 10 feet right in front of us.
Yeah.
You got the clearest view of the form and the technique. Just impeccable. strong winds here and a very tall pole camera that didn't want to cooperate for a few minutes. So, we were off. St. Matthews did score to take half 5-4. It was a timed half, just given where we were in the game. And you just saw the pull to open the second half. So here we are, 5-4.
Yeah.
Orleans
A
Black.
pull and already a turnover. Number 9 on the red side got a huge D. On the sideline, trying to get it off. You can see them trying to get those seconds there. Good effort.
That was a pretty good read as well from the player.
Yeah.
Did get a hand up, not to come all the way over to the sideline, get sucked into the play.
Yeah, it looks like a foul's called. Not sure what happened there. Anything the observers will help them out. I think he might have tripped, but not sure whose fault that was.
Number 10 with the big D.
Yeah.
Felix Fletcher. And you can hear the coach for St. Matthews saying no backhand. They recognize now the handlers from the other team and what their strengths are.
Yeah, I mean, that's really great of them to be able to do. Looks like it's a goal.
Big fist pump from Coach Habib.
Yeah.
You can tell he's pleased with that one. Good way to come out of the half. You score right before the half. You score coming out of the half.
Yeah, put them up 2-0, I think.
You are correct. That is 6-4 for St. Matthews.
Yeah. What a comeback, like we were saying, they're down in the earlier half, but able to utilize their players and their strengths.
And I'll be curious to see how Dan Duran reacts because that was an upwind goal coming out of half. That's a bit of a spirit breaker.
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't hang their heads. Hopefully they get back to doing the hard work they've been doing.
Yeah, for sure. They're very, very good, able to come down with the disc and fight for it. A lot of blocks. So.
I see a few of the usual suspects on the line that we're starting to recognize as leaders on this Dan Duran team. So
yeah.
They're clearly putting out some strong, trusted players.
Yeah.
No backhand. Brooklyn Burke, get on that. Get on that. Get on that.
No movement.
Yeah, seeing no cuts there.
That is a huge reaction.
Yeah.
Huge D.
Joyce, the coach was yelling at her to be in that space, and she got that. Just not being patient with the disc there, just sending it deep.
She's come out on fire. Big D there.
Yes.
And that's the same player that at the other end I said read the disc well and didn't get sucked into the sideline following the disc. So she's coming out focused this half and already put a stamp on it just in 2 minutes.
And like we were saying, usually in the cup you don't get those stats, but when you're in the right place, right time, you're able to get those. Nothing better than a hand block in the cup.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I only played cup for like 12 years.
Yeah, I mean it's great to see her playing such a defensive role.
Goodness, you can feel that wind picking up.
Yeah.
You can probably hear it in our microphones. Good focus.
Yeah, coming down with it.
Can't see
They're playing a zone, but they're definitely taxing that handler on the right hand side. I've seen that. They're being very communicative in the zone, which is super useful. I see number 6 yelling.
High release backhand.
Wow.
Foul. That should have been a foul call,
and
I believe.
It's still going up, and he's got that D.
Send it! Send it! Send it!
Punt and pin. You can hear the coach. I guarantee you can hear his commands through our microphones. But certainly
he wants them to put it. Wow, number 6 reading it coming down.
I'll say the player did send it.
Yes.
But it was certainly a touch pass to around half field instead of legit sending it to the end
Yes.
zone. So I'm curious to see if the coach is actually wanting the touch to try and complete a half field, or does he want the full send for
Yeah.
punt and pin style of play?
I'm curious too. I think it might be more hucking it down closer to the end zone and trapping it down there for them.
Dan Duran again trying to put that deep. It's floating. They're
Yes.
trying to split the defender, but that defender, they've tried him 2 or 3 times already, and
Yeah.
it hasn't worked. They might do
Wow, what a grab.
rethink what they're doing.
Yeah, had she taken a bit of a step back there in the end zone, I think she would have caught it, but all good. I'm definitely seeing again the mismatch players. I'm just wondering if they're picking up whoever's there or what's going on, if that's strategic at all. I don't know.
Another shot to the end zone, but there's a height mismatch as you were talking about. The defender
Yeah.
clearly taller.
I'm not sure if that's meant to be, but it's been all game, so maybe that's their tactic.
I mean, earlier on, they were able to split that same defender, and Sutherland, the young lady, did take the catch. So, you know, it has worked, but you really have to not float the disc and split that defender.
Gotta work for it. They're pushing them back, which is.
Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off.
No, I'm watching as well. They're pushing them back into the end zone, so the zone is working, but now they're working it up the field. But they are trapping them on the sideline. They're sending it deep. Again, 14 is there for that big D. They're playing him deep, which is probably the best thing they can do because of his plays.
I mean, it's pretty nice when he's a very good defender, but he's also your preferred handler to pick it up. Often it's not the same person.
And
timeout. Timeout called by St. Matt's.
Yes, number 10. Again, a longer point for them, so they need that break. A good call again.
And you can see the coach is just saying bring water. It's not a strategic, I don't think, timeout other than just rest and let them catch themselves, catch their breath.
There's been some pretty long points this game. On the lower side of scoring, but let's see what they'll do. I'm wondering what he's telling them. What do you think he would do in this situation, just trying to get a point in?
Well, I'm wondering if he's going to go back to our earlier point of when we say punt it.
Yeah.
Full field punt it. Like put every ounce of energy you have into it. Don't try and feather a catch at center field.
Yeah.
You know, the whole idea of the punt is to gain yardage.
Yeah. Right? And I mean, it's complementary to their zone. If they can trap it down the field and they're able to just get that D, they're right there.
We've seen that their zone is strong in the second half coming out. I mean, hand block just a few minutes ago. They're playing very well. So.
Yeah, defensively, I'm wondering what's happening.
And for Dan Duran, the same number 18 playing center field here as a deep D.
Yeah.
They're either going to have to split him or you just sacrifice and burn a deep cut and just take him out. Take him downfield, not take him out as anything negative here. But
I don't know what they're playing. Like number 23 is, I guess, more of like a cup.
Good job stopping that.
Yeah.
That just probably 25 yards to roll.
Yes, that was going if it wasn't stopped.
You can see the zone. They're dropping slightly back to try and take away the angles. They're content with a flat field. Even the backfield trying to take away the dump that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're doing it purposely, but they're picking up, they're counting stalls, just whoever's there, rather than someone doing it.
Send it.
Coach wants them to send it.
Good job getting in his way, though. Both defenders just.
They are putting on a bit of a cup. It's a bit wider, but.
There's the, 1/3 or half field feather pass again.
Yeah.
So clearly, I think maybe they are going for completions.
Now he's saying take the time. Now they're working it up the field.
Nice grab. Good athleticism. Yeah. Hard cut.
Number 3.
Yeah, number 3's been all over this. Yes. Every other pass downfield.
He's great at cutting and being there in the open
Gabriel
space.
Torrea again.
You can see them poaching quite a bit. I'm not sure if it's a zone or what it is, but mean, it's working. They're in that space. The wind has picked up quite a bit in the last 30 seconds. So,
to be honest with you, as a amateur meteorologist, it's also cool. That wind was cold that just came through, which usually means a storm front coming. So,
yeah, it's looking darker.
So, the afternoon games might be entertaining, and your tryout tonight might be very entertaining.
I'm a little bit scared.
So, Dan Brown here again, working it.
Yeah, getting through the zone, just pass and go. They want that.
Yeah, Observer is going to make another catch. I could see that one coming. That was to the Observer, unfortunately, on the other sideline.
Again, that's just technical stuff, putting it a little bit on the other side so it floats. But
4 minutes to hard cap already. The Observer was just giving some warnings.
And a timeout was called.
Our very smart coach decides to call a timeout. Probably a little gamesmanship in there, like strategic use of the timeout, burn some clock.
Sure.
Is it 90 seconds for a timeout?
Okay.
I believe.
Is there a rule? I'm not sure. Is there a rule on timeouts called like close to the? You can call them whenever.
You can call them whenever, as far as I know.
Okay.
It's a bit more of a spirit issue if you call one with like a minute left or something like that. But I mean, it's technically, I believe, legal.
I see.
So
I've been used to playing league indoors where you call a timeout within the last, I think, 5 minutes of playing time. It's a turnover, so you can't do that. I'm adjusting to all the rules as well, back outdoors now. So a very strategic timeout called.
Yeah, it was very good and no lingering on the field. It's not like they're purposely milking the clock. I mean, there's observers to get them moving along, but it was to talk to the players for a minute, get going.
Exactly.
I believe that both of their timeouts already just pretty quick succession here, so they're done for this half.
Yeah. Again, another mismatch, so I don't know. It must be on purpose because they've got someone deep.
Looking for a bit of a set play there. The deeper player strikes straight across to the sideline.
Yeah,
maybe 4-2.
This going on the other field.
Yeah, another bit of a time suck for the team in the lead anyway. Not that they would do it purposely with that roll, but the wind, I guess, is on someone's side today.
We can see if they can put it in.
Excellent, D. Way to contest that.
22 again. Way to be in that space. She wasn't scared.
Exactly. I think that's my player of the game for Orleans.
Yeah. Coach wants to send it again.
Yeah, at this point, then we can see the big wheel route, big wheel cut down the sideline.
Wow, she was there. And it was a goal.
I'm pretty sure that was a design play.
That was really well executed.
That was a design play where they say send it, and the male runner came out wide and did a big wheel route down the sideline, knowing he was a secondary play after the catch in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful setup.
That was amazing. You can see them coming off super happy with that play.
Might have to put that one in my playbook.
Yes. I'll be taking video clips from these games and using them. And then to see the talent so young and being able to use this as an example says a lot.
So I will say, not to take anything away from Dan Duran, they jumped out to a lead.
Yeah.
But St. Matt's, you could see the coaching. They had, to be very honest, a horrible first 2 points, and they were down by 2. But you can see they've really reined it in. The coach was talking to them every chance he got.
Yes.
They've corrected a lot of their things. They changed a bit of their strategy, and it's paid off in spades for them.
Yeah. I mean, that goes to show great coaching will get you far. And I've always remembered the coaches that have made such an impact on my game. So,
and especially players that are willing to take that coaching and put those lessons into practice.
Yes.
So kudos to the players as well for listening to the coach and actually executing on the field what the vision was.
Yeah. I think was it number 9 or maybe?
Yeah, I believe it was. Laying out at the other team's cone or the other game cone, but still. So the horn did go. So this is the
last point.
Last point.
Let's see who comes down with
So
it.
we are sitting at 7-4. So Dan Duran here playing just for some pride and finishing on a high note to hopefully carry into next game.
And what a great defensive play there.
The hammer.
Yeah.
You're St. Matt's. You're saying, go ahead, throw that hammer.
Yeah. You can hear the sideline saying swing. They just want to keep possession and try and get that last point in. What a grab.
Nice hands. Nice read. So the three handlers are basically playing a little catch here, just trying to work it up. Defense is taking away the downfield option.
He needs someone to reset. Yeah, that was going high. Tall player able to put it back.
Yeah. The tall players shaking my fist.
Wonder what that's like.
So slowly moving backwards, the defense is gaining, a couple yards here and there, but and waiting for that. That was the opening that they were waiting to generate that.
That wind picked up totally. It was working in the favor, but we'll see. Another drop.
It's almost a good thing that this game is ending in the horn. I think we're going to have to rescue our tent and our staff behind us in this wind. There's a shot to the end zone, just out of reach.
Wow.
Number 9 again, another good.
I know. MVP for sure. He's been in everyone's space and offensive and defensively playing super well.
Just no fear.
Yeah.
No stop and lack of effort.
He's our role model, shorter but able to get up, play very well. Again, sending it, just trying to get it down there. They've been playing really well, honestly, in the wind. I don't think in high school I could have played that well in the wind.
No, they definitely could not have.
Short,
doing well,
snappy,
especially the amount of touches, the swing passes, like they're completing 9 or 10 in a row before making an error, which is still saying a lot for it.
For sure, and I think they've definitely cleaned it up since the first half. They know that they're working against the wind as well, so they need to be short, snappy throws.
Yeah, even that short throw, it's snappy, even though it's only a few yards.
But it's sailing. Wow.
Oh, what a focus and what a catch from the Dan Duran player.
Yeah. Way to keep it alive. They want this last point. They're playing great possession. Oh, slight just a drop there.
Turned his head, was looking to the end zone before it was in his hands.
They want to stop that big throw. Oh wow.
Oh, I think that was some St. Matt on St. Matt violence there.
Yeah.
I think that was some teammates hitting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see them talking to each other. Could hear the slap over here, but pretty sure it was on team. Dan Duran again, 3 handlers.
Yeah, got him wide open.
Little catch there.
Nice.
Gain down the sideline. Another gain down the sideline. Wow, well done.
27 as well, being
she's always finds the soft spot down the sideline all afternoon.
They really want this last point, so let's see how they'll get it. Number 9 again being there.
To the back of the end zone and into the spirit huddle for the team that's waiting to start next game.
Just out of reach.
They're moving away now.
Yeah.
Probably wise. You probably just turn and have one coach as your protector to stop those wayward discs. So St. Matt's trying to get off their goal line. Popped it up.
Yeah. Nice grab.
Dan Duran.
The wind is picking it up.
You could see the defender was hunting that one too. Is that hit?
Maybe I don't think so.
Just a wonky release, I think, at the flutter of the disc. I thought maybe his arm or his wrist got hit.
No, I think throwing into the wind and it's not low enough.
I was going to say the look on his face after he released, I think he knew that was on him.
Let's see.
Another horn going there.
Oh. I see the vision, but just not executed properly.
That one never came in. So there's a beanbag way up the field. They've tapped it in and lost, I think. Oh, in theory, they would have lost that advantage, but the beanbag is there for the marker. Again, Players at this level, it's good to learn the rule. And
Yeah, for sure. Deep throw. She's wide open as well.
trying to set up the forehand with the pivot.
Unfortunately, out of bounds as well. It didn't come in
Yeah.
either, really. I'm wondering where they're taking it from.
They had a strike, but the handler didn't see to run up and initiate play. And that's
Wow.
excellent grab.
Great grab, but hopefully everyone's okay there. Yeah, everyone's getting up.
Excellent grab for Dan Duran on a contested play, but also a strong finish. So they finish on a high note. They did play fairly well all day long, as we said. Just some untimely errors.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game, great matchup, and great that they got that last point because I know they wanted it. You could see it, their patience and position. The last point.
So our final is St. Matt's out of Orleans with 7, and Josephine Danderand out of St. Jean sur Richelieu with 5, finishing on a high note. Well done. Neither team should hang their heads.
Yeah, very close game.
So thank you, Mika. We're going to go and take a small break, and we'll be back for another game shortly. Thank you.